Well, good morning and welcome to, I don't know, day 23, 24. I've kind of lost track. I should try and work out how many days. But yeah, a number of days has passed. We are still in Slovenia and here's what's going to happen today. First of all, I must say goodbye to the flower pot people at my rather curious Airbnb, and it's time to hit the map, and you'll be pleased to note I found another scale. So I am currently somewhere up here, and yesterday I drove this road from Cernica up to Rakitna, and that road was astonishing. I'm going to do a separate video just on a section of that because it looks fairly straight there. Believe me, it is not. It was just amazing. So yeah, there's Postojna, where where the caves were, and then we went up in the hills over here. And I have a feeling this is the area we went through on the Mighty Dacia mission. But yeah, there we go. That was a different time. So today's plan is to head down to Rijeka, down in Croatia. So there's the border. So probably try and do that quiet crossing there, because I think the main crossing will be very, very busy. Apparently all the Slovenians go to Croatia for holiday because this coastline is said to be absolutely remarkable. That's about 80 miles away, and then we've got to travel 100 miles back up to Samobor, which is where my Airbnb and the 2CV World Meeting are. So that's quite near Zagreb, which is the capital of Croatia, and somewhere we went last year. But last year we kind of went straight through the middle. I think we followed that road for a long time. And yeah, it was just really dull and boring. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Croatia has on offer. This looks quite a mountainous area down here. So should be another spectacular day. The roof will be staying on because, as you can see, we had quite a heavy dew overnight and it's still wet. So we'll do a couple of miles to dry the roof off, and then it'll be back to the sun worship. Didn't want you to miss out on the wiper action. Whoa. Oh, we're going straight back along the 643 again. It's a bit harder work going uphill. But a few things to discuss. The 2CV World Meeting actually started yesterday for people who pre-booked. I haven't pre-booked because I'm doing separate accommodation. There's not really much point buying a ticket for the entire show. So, and they only let you in after 2 PM if you're on a day ticket, which I think is fair enough. So those who've actually paid for the whole weekend get first dibs on the flea market and stuff like that. So I thought, well, I might as well fill the morning with going to see the coast, because it is described as breathtaking. Should also mention my Airbnb last night. I managed to get some laundry done. It cost me €10, but then she ironed everything. I have a sneaky suspicion she may even have ironed my pants. That'll be a shock to my clothes. They're not used to being ironed. It's just not something I do. Had you noticed? Yeah, I mean, slightly OCD lady. I had to wear these weird slippers in the house. I wasn't allowed to wear my normal shoes. Apparently I wasn't allowed to walk around in my socks either, so you should be horrified to know I was padding around my part of the apartment barefoot this morning, and even more horrified to know that I was padding around outside the house loading up Ellie barefoot as well, because I didn't want to put my trainers on. So yeah, different strokes for different folks, but it's a very nice place to stay. And one interesting thing is they always take your details here, like a form of ID, like stopping in a proper hotel. And that happened last year. You may recall on the Mighty Dacia trip, we did, it wasn't quite live, we did a delayed broadcast of going for a drive in the Dacia in Slovenia, and we got pulled by the police while we were recording it. And we got the landlady in trouble because she'd knocked a bit off for not doing it officially. So yeah, it cost us as well. We had to pay extra. Oh, I see a border crossing. We're about to run out of Slovenia, which means that Project 2CV to Croatia is just about to complete its mission. I won't film actual officialdom because that seems a little unfair and probably slightly illegal. Wow. First hard border crossing since coming to the Netherlands weeks ago. So, just give it a bit more angle. I think people say they preferred that one. Here we are then. This is Croatia. Seems nice so far. But this already seems a lot more interesting than the bit we drove through last year. So sorry Rich, I saved the best bits for me. Right, let's see if we can get to the coast. There are downsides to taking small roads through forested areas. It's the second truck today I've got stuck behind, logging wagon. Some interesting noises. Well, I got fed up of being stuck behind that logging truck. A German Triumph Spitfire joined me, but they carried on following and I decided not to. So I'm going to use gravity to get us going because this is a marvellously twisty road. That's an interesting scraping noise. Must just be a bit of crud on the discs, I think. I hope so anyway. Ah, maybe it was handbrake pads. But yeah, it's very, very twisty indeed. Oh, so much better not stuck behind a logging truck. He was very, very slow because he got so much weight on, and some of these bends are so tight you couldn't get any speed up at all. Might be time to re-engage engine. Just thought I'd stop here. This is Mazla Vodica, a huge body of water. It extends right over the other side of the road as well. It's slightly touristy, yeah, mostly deserted. There's a few families along the lake bank, but yeah, it's just peaceful and idyllic. Quite remarkable. And yes, I do keep leaving Ellie's headlamps on, but as long as I don't park her for too long, that's not an issue. Exercises the battery. Wow. Not that I've got time to linger. I must push on because we've got to get down to the coast and then back up to Samobor for my accommodation and to attend the world meeting of 2CV friends. So sure Ellie would like to see her friends again. So we shall push on. Oh yeah, this looks like an amazing natural harbour. It's got some industry around it, but also little villages dotted about. From up high, all you could see was the industry because it's so big. That's not a bad old view. So my 2CV has got me to the Adriatic. This gorgeous little harbour. Oh, happy days. Well, that has been a lovely spot for lunch, although stupidly I'm moving straight on again. It's 3 hours to my Airbnb, so I'm not going to linger. I'm just going to absorb that view a bit more. I've been here, what, like 10 minutes, had a bite to eat, an oldie lunch that I bought earlier, or Hofner I think it is in former Yugoslavia rather than Aldi, but yeah, same branding. So yeah, we shall reluctantly move away, but I think it's fair to say that yeah, the coast of Croatia is definitely worth a visit. Maybe don't bother with Rijeka though. I just found that place far too busy. So we shall carry on. This is a lovely little town. There's like 2 cafes, or maybe a handful of cafes. but not really anyone about. Look, battered Iveco Daily missing a lamp. Yes, he was reversing. I didn't just overtake him, stuck at a crossing. But when his rear lamps are all smashed out, it's hard to tell what he's doing. But yeah, lovely old buildings. Boats, a lovely big pipe there. Yeah, it's one heck of a spot. So if you want a quiet place to visit on the Adriatic, Bakar is definitely ticking the boxes for me. Far more than Rijeka. Do you like driving a car that makes people smile? So that was a video about how this remarkable little car made it to Croatia, and yeah, what an adventure it has been. I will do a separate video on the 2CV World Meeting, that's where we're heading next, so stay tuned for that in a future video. Listen to the sound of the crickets, but yeah, what a spot. So I shall say thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go if you haven't already. Don't forget the store is still trading despite the fact I am here at the moment. And yeah, we shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Oh, bonus information. We've covered pretty much exactly 1,800 miles getting to Bakar on the Croatian coast. So yeah, that was definitely a fitting place to end the video. I'm now regretting not going for the toll option on the motorways, but nonetheless, here we are. Windy windy.